It's Monday, January 29, 2024. Peace is a path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this morning, new government House Chief of Staff, 5 special advisors set to be sworn in. Governor Fubara regrets ongoing political crisis effect on administration. Federal government tackles contractor on East-West Road project. On the foreign scene, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger quit ECOWAS. I am Ifichukumwanyali with the news. Former lawmaker Edison Ehie will be sworn in as a new government House Chief of Staff in Rivers State this morning. He was appointed by the state governor Siminalayi Fubara along with 5 special advisors to the governor. The new special advisors who will also be sworn in this morning include Darlington Oji, Solomon Abel Eke, Aminaya Nasam Fiberesima, Nea Bariene, and Prince Obiohia. Yesterday, Governor Fubara admitted that the ongoing crisis in the state has been distracting. The governor said this during a special Thanksgiving service held at the church in Opobo town in Opobo-Nkoro local government area to celebrate his victory at the Supreme Court.
We have not been given the opportunity to do those things that we ought to do for our state. We've had a lot of distraction, but I strongly believe that while we navigate the path of peace, prayer is also needed for us to pass over this phase.
Governor Fubara, however, expressed his gratitude to God and also thanked President Tinubu for the roles he played in his Supreme Court victory.
I'm happy to return this glory to God Almighty. It's a glory to say thank you to God. Give me extra energy to continue with the battle. It is a battle, but no battle can be bigger than God. I want to thank first our dear President. He's been a great and wonderful father. He has supported, and I can say it without being economical with the truth.
In a sermon, Bishop of the Diocese of Niger Delta of the Anglican Communion, Emmanuel Okojaja, said no one man can hold the state to ransom because God is in charge. Earlier, Governor Fubara was at a separate church event at the Adokiye Amesiamaka Stadium in Port Harcourt, where he was seen exchanging pleasantries with APC governorship candidate Toyin Ko and Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi. Governor Fubara told the crowd at the 40,000-seat stadium that he was first promoted by God.
The theme is not different from my story. I was promoted by God first through my party and the leaders of my party. So promotion comes from God and God alone.
Meanwhile, the Commissioner for Youth in River State, Chisom Wali, says those working against Governor Fubara's administration should take advantage of the olive branch extended to them by the governor to join hands and work with him. Mr. Wali said this during a motorcade rally to celebrate the Supreme Court victory in Oyibo local government area of the state. He said the Supreme Court judgment affirming the election of Siminalayi Fubara is a liberation of youth in River State.
The governor is a man of spontaneous ovation. He is a maverick and a big man. The governor has liberated the entire River State from the shackles of tyranny. The governor has liberated the youth especially. This governor is soft-spoken, but his red pen moves very swift and fast like the sling of David. I want to say here that the entire people of Oyibo local government, without notice, we are here to felicitate with our own. This is like a birthday gift we are giving to His Excellency Amopo Sodebo Siminalayi Fubara to tell him that he should go home and sleep.
On the impact of the ongoing revalidation of membership of the GDI group, Chisom Wali said several support groups are already working to support Governor Fubara. The commissioner, however, added that the governor is not distracted but focused on the development of the state. Also, former Commissioner for Special Duties in River State, Ndubisi Okerie, said the recent political crisis in River State and Supreme Court judgment have endeared Governor Fubara to people all over the country.
Some people who were in the flight with us had to come to hear direct what the pronouncement of the Supreme Court will be. Some of them came from Edo State. So many equally came from Calabar that do not have cases. They said they want to be eyewitness to what played out. The governor we have is a governor that transcends boundaries. We in Ndoki, we have a balance. The balance of Honorable Abaloso, Ndoki, Ebani, and Madu. We are one. This season of politicking is over. We are just in to support our brother for the delivery of democratic dividends.
Meanwhile, former caretaker committee chairman of Obiabo local government area, Prince Collins Onuwo, has expressed gratitude to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike for assembling the legal team that secured Governor Fubara's victory at the Supreme Court. Mr. Onuwo spoke at the Rivers East Senatorial District GDI Revalidation Program in Isiokpo Ikwere local government area.
I want to congratulate the leader of all political parties in Rivers State, Chief Ezebuwan Nyesom Wike, for leading the legal team that the Supreme Court pronounced that the campaigns of GDI is not in vain. I want to also congratulate the governor of Rivers State in the hierarchy of GDI. The last I saw from the chart of the secretariat, after the grand patron, we have 23 patrons. And Sir Fubara similarly happens to be number one, following our grand patron. Congratulations, sir.
He urged the governor to initiate a reconciliation process with FCT Minister Nyesom Wike for the betterment of the state.
All we need is peace. I have one thing. Please, our dear Governor Joseph Fubara, on behalf of the 23 coordinators of GDI, take your phone and call Chief Ezebuwan Nyesom Wike. Please, my leader, if Fubara calls by today's directive, leave your gate. Why? You have fought a good fight for Rivers people. You have forgiven those that has done more than ever. Please, in your good heart, forgive him, Fubara, our governor. If he comes to knock at your door, forgive him.
In the meantime, President of Ogoni Liberation Initiative Douglas Fabeke has congratulated Governor Siminalayi Fubara on his victory at the Supreme Court. Dr. Fabeke, in a statement, advised the governor to dedicate his victory to God, having gone through a series of political battles before the judgment was delivered. He also advised the governor to put on board a creative and innovative team that will help him redeem Rivers State and positioning it for economic growth. Dr. Fabeke, I beg your pardon, said Rivers people have demonstrated love to the governor beyond party lines and urged him to focus on delivering good governance and projects that will create jobs for young people and attract investors to the state. He further cautioned him to beware of selfish politicians who do not have the interest of the people at heart. In the same vein, Eze Iwu Ubobi II, Anderson Obara Ibuluka, is congratulating Governor Fubara on his victory at the Supreme Court. In a statement on behalf of the Eze Ubobi in Council, Ubobi Council of Traditional Rulers and Chiefs and the people of Ubobi Kingdom in Ahoda West Local Government Area, he said it was an affirmation of the will of Rivers people who supported and voted for the governor during the 2023 general election. He said the people of Ubobi Kingdom also rejoice and celebrate with the governor as he enters a new circle of life. The statement said it is a circle of new beginnings, a circle of peace in River State, when he would be preoccupied with governance and provision of dividend of democracy to the people of River State and humanity in general. While wishing Governor Fubara many happy returns of the day, the king prayed that the grace of God would be sufficient for him, as God alone would continue to grant him more strength and wisdom to give true leadership that will lift the state to an enviable height. Still to come, federal government tackles contractor on Eleme-One section of East-West Road project. Stay with us. Back, and now the rest of the news. The youth president of Rumaolo community in Obiakpo local government area, Innocent Azunda Eke, has denied allegations of extortion from tricycle operators in the area. Mr. Azunda Eke, in an interview with our correspondent, said the ban on the operation of tricycles in the area was a unanimous decision of the community following complaints from residents about their activities. He said the activities of tricycle operators constitute a nuisance and a breach of peace in the community. He said effort by the various organs of the community to draw the attention of the leadership of the tricycle operators to the activities of some of its members were met with stiff resistance.
I'm not a unionist. I don't go to Rumokoro. I've never collected money from anybody one day. We noticed that keke riders are into armed robbery, they are into kidnapping, they are into cultism. And that's the reason why the entire community agreed anonymously. The chiefs and holders, the women, our mothers, and the youth entirely, including the CDC, agreed anonymously for them to go. And those who resist in Rumokoro, with the period of time, it's barely 1 week now, 1 week plus, we'll see how peaceful the community is. There are so many places where Keke can operate. Go to Alo, South Road, Numekini, Obogoro, warfare, and all of that.
Also, a stakeholder in the community, Prince Amada, said the community has resolved to send a communique to the Commissioner of Police on its resolution to ban the operation of tricycles.
The youth president had never extorted any keke person. Neither had the city chairman had also extorted any keke operator. Rumaolo is one accommodative community you can mention and very peaceful in Obiakpo. There have been no trace of violence in Rumaolo before. But these keke riders have attacked the community. Openly, there have been security meltdown in the community. The community cannot afford this sense. And what this incessant robbery and cultism by some of these keke riders continue in the community. That is why the community had unanimously agreed, both the paramount ruler, CDC, youth and women body, that keke should be disbanded in Rumaolo. And that is where we stand.
As you may know, the tricycle drivers in Rumaolo community protested an alleged attack on their chairman and extortion on January 15, leading to the ban. Away from that, the representative of Degema in the River State House of Assembly, Peter Abbey, is calling on multinational companies to be proactive in the maintenance of their facilities in the coastal communities. Mr. Abbey made the call shortly after inspecting the site of a gas leakage in Tombia community. He expressed concern that the company that owns the gas pipeline, NLNG, has yet to address the issue a week after the incident.
As you can see, we're in Tombia here. We have gone to inspect the gas leakage. You saw it for yourself that the gas is still leaking. It's leaking fiercely. And I call upon the relevant authorities in charge, and that is the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas, LNG, to be able to come into the issue. This thing is risky to the environment. It leaves a lot of concern to us. Me, as a member of the community, it gives me grave concern. You know, our people are predominantly fishermen, and this thing has affected their source of livelihood.
Mr. Abbey also commended the people of Tombia community for their disposition despite the environmental and livelihood impact.
I must thank the people of my constituency, particularly the people of Tombia Kingdom, for alerting me on the issue and for not taking the laws into their hands. And they should remain resolute. We will.
The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has frowned at the use of substandard materials in the ongoing reconstruction work at the Eleme One section of the East-West Road in River State. For details of this and more, catch the news at 7. In other news, a PDP stakeholder in Echie local government area, Fortune Obi, has assured that he will continue to devote his resources, energy, and time to the development of football aimed at engaging the youth in meaningful activities. Mr. Obi said this at the finals and closing ceremony of the 2023 edition of Okehi Clan Unity Cup competition held at Amato Community Primary School in Okehi 2. He described the football tournament as a medium to harvest more talent for sports development. He said he initiated the annual football tournament to promote peace and unity among the youth across Okehi. He also commended the youth of Okehi for embracing peace and shunning crime. On the spot, the senator representing Rivers East Senatorial District, Orwell Onyeso, who kicked off the finals of the 2023 edition, gave 2.7 million naira as a cash prize and promised automatic enrollment for 2 players into the Rivers Under 45 team. Our correspondent reports that OBBFC defeated strikers of Okehi 1-0 win to emerge as the winner of the 2023 Okehi Clan Unity Cup competition.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
The military regime in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have announced their immediate withdrawal from the West African bloc, ECOWAS, saying it has become a threat to member states. That's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. Former lawmaker Edison Ahir will be sworn in this morning as the new Government House Chief of Staff of Rivers State, alongside 5 new special advisors. Governor Fubara has regretted the effect of the ongoing political crisis on his administration. The federal government has tackled the contractor handling the Eleme-One section of the East-West Road project. And on the foreign scene, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have quit ECOWAS. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyali. Many thanks for listening.